Welcome to Africa Diaspora News Channel, family. Thank you so much for tuning in. Well, the Burkina Faso government plans to reinstate death penalty for those who commit hideous crimes or terrorism-related crimes. For example, that person is a terrorist, that person is caught, that person will be unalived, either sentenced to death by hanging or any other means. But death penalty, they want to reinstate that. Well, do you think it's a good one? Let's dive deeper, family. Burkina Faso's military president plans to reinstate death penalty, and it was abolished in 2018 Penal Code. The last known executions in Burkina Faso were in 1988, and this is the latest blow to the West African country's deteriorating human rights situation. The government is discussing restoring death penalty before making a proposal to the Transitional Legislative Assembly for adoption. Now, no timeline was provided. On November 8, Burkinabe Justice Minister Edaso Rodrigo Bayala corroborated the media account, saying that the issue of death penalty is being discussed and will be implemented in a new criminal code to follow the vision and instruction of the head of state, Captain Ibrahim Traore. Family, Putin once said that to forgive criminals or terrorists is God's work. To send these terrorists to God is his work. Now, in Nigeria, we have the cases of terrorists who the government had said, and some security operatives said, that if they lay down their arms and come back to the society, come back to Nigeria, are sorry of all they've done, of their sin and the error they've committed, they might actually be reintegrated into the society. Not just that. If they're really sorry and change from their evil ways, they can become the president of tomorrow, the leaders of tomorrow. That is what that security operative opened his mouth to say in Nigeria. So we have terrorists who were taken in by the Nigerian government. Not just that, family. An institution was opened for them. They said rehabilitation center for this terrorist. And after a few months, they were reintegrated into the society. But the Burkina Faso government is saying, if we catch you as a terrorist in our country, we are going to unalive you. I mean, this should reduce the rate of terrorism in the state, don't you think, family? If you're talking about how that there is going to be stability, there is going to be peace, because we have youth who are interested in joining these guys because they feel money can be made from terrorism acts. I mean, if you kidnap this person or that person, we can make a head to some. So why don't we join? But the Burkina Faso government is saying, we won't spare you. So is it a good one, family? What do you have to say about this? In a time like this where we know that the rise in terrorism is getting out of hand. Yes, family, it is getting out of hand. And the faster it is nipped in the bud, the better. Well, we think that this should scare the terrorists. It should put fear in them. But would they really be scared, or they would go on with their terrorism act and even do worse? What do you have to say about this, family? And right now, well, as of 2024, Captain Ibrahim Traore made his intentions known. He said he was going to be reinstating this death penalty. Yes, he made it known to the media. But right now, the motion has been moved and it will be implemented pretty soon. Because from 2016, according to data, 26,000 individual civilians have been unalived. And since Captain Ibrahim Traore took over, according to data, 15,500 individuals have been unalived by this terrorist. So if they are caught, I mean, they were not apologetic. They unalive people without second thought. So why should they pity them? If they feel taking lives is a way of life, I mean, you should dance to the tune, because he who lives by the sword should obviously die by the sword. Yes, family. Comment your thoughts and do not forget to share, like, subscribe, and turn on your notification button. My name is Lynient Akotonou. Thank you for watching.